You're just throwing everything out the window on this
You're
one.
gonna see a cigarette just get put out on my cheek from the fucking just. Oh yeah, let me actually stoke the fire real quick. I'm gonna stoke the fire. It's only like fucking 30 degrees here.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We just started. We got 15 seconds. Give people time to join. Oh, everybody! Woo! Chad's getting the fire going real nice. He's throwing a log on the fire. So y'all better get ready because we're about to throw it down. We're about to give you one heck of a Sinner in the Saint episode that you ain't ever seen in your life. Y'all don't even know. You don't even know. It's going to be the best episode you've ever seen as Chad sets the mood. Let Chad move you and groove you and take you to places you've never been before. Chad will put the motion in the ocean. Oh, yeah. He's going to put the motion in the ocean. Bobby, we are live on the air right now. He's writing in the group message. What time is Sinner and the Saint going live? We're
live. I couldn't hear what exactly the fuck was going on. I just heard like a bunch of talking from my headphones sitting over here. I was like, I don't know what he's going off on, but it's good.
Yeah, I was hitting it on all levels because I'm super excited. Chad, you know what this is. This is Sinner the Saint, episode number 57. We're moving, we're grooving, we're eating pizza, we're drinking water, drinking beer. What are you drinking? Wine?
I am drinking wine. Yep,
wine.
I went back to the wine. Okay. How am I supposed to share this? Why can't I share it?
I'm gonna share it to you right now.
Okay, and then I'll share it. Boom.
Why don't you say hi to all the fucking fans out there,
man? What's up,
man?
everybody? Episode 57. All right, we're coming in here. It's nice to be back. Getting stuff set up.
Boom, boom.
You know, I mean, there's a lot to. It is a very easy week to do a podcast. Basically, there's a lot going on. A lot just happened. Sounding pretty good. So
yeah, everything sounds really great. I'm gonna hit share right now. Let's go, Dave Pearson. Share to
I hope you guys
timeline.
If you guys didn't see, you gotta drop back. Dave's been uploading the latest episodes for the Lipson listeners out there, catching those up, and we're having
all right.
Fun.
It should be coming your way any second.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, right there.
We're gonna share it to all these groups too. Hopefully people join in with us. True Crime Podcast. What's up? No Rules Podcast Group. California Country Club. I think there's only 5 members, but it's all good if you're out there. Facebook live stream. What's up? Flavor Dave, Chad Damerell in the house. Bear Creek class of 2006. What's up?
Yeah.
Aurora Restoration Project. What is up? Church of the Pentecost. What is up?
Those are the groups you dropped the two?
Yeah.
Church.
The Dirty D Delta. What is up? Sinner the Saint is in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, we even got people already here saying hi to us, giving us the middle finger.
Fuck you too, Tim.
People love us.
I love you, fucker.
So let's keep everyone updated, Chad. We had a big weekend last weekend, big UFC fights. We have a standing bet. I've been kicking ass on these bets, just taking all your money. I feel bad for your kid, your family, you know.
I lost my bet sheet. I think I was up like $400, right?
No.
No?
Oh. No.
Dude, that was a good fucking that was a fun night of fights. I could not believe how fucking one side of that main event was. That was fucking insane, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and then the big news at the end, Khabib just throwing the gloves down.
Yeah. Like, and then it was funny because everybody was talking like, he's too competitive to really retire. And sure enough, all of a sudden, yesterday or the day before, Dana, says, hey, I just had a talk with Khabib. He was pretty emotional. His dad always wanted him to get to 30-0. He's 29-0 right now, so I think he's going to do one more fight. So
we'll see.
But that it was just funny within a week, dude, already saying that because that's what got me is how respectful he is to his mom and his family. But to go 29-0, like 30-0 is pretty nice number. Like Floyd Mayweather come back
Yeah,
to
he's
get
gonna
that
do it.
50-0. And Khabib is so competitive and so good. Dude, he looked like the best version of himself ever.
Unstoppable at that
It
weight.
was insane. Like he ran through Gaethje like nothing. That shit was crazy.
It,
I did not.
did you expect it to be like? I mean,
I thought Gaethje was going to beat him or give him a war.
did you expect Gaethje to look so weak on the ground though? Like that's what was crazy to
Dude,
me.
the wild thing is exactly what Gaethje did is exactly what I said Gaethje wouldn't do. I said, you see everybody when Khabib gets him on the ground, Poirier, Connor, Edson Barboza, Michael Johnson, all these guys, they just go into shock and they
Yeah.
can't move. They don't even try. Like they're just like confused. And it's exactly what happened to Gaethje. And I thought, no way in hell did I believe that Gaethje that would hit him like that. But there was nothing he could do, obviously.
Yeah.
Whatever they're feeling, even though we see it, whatever they feel must be on this totally different level of just strength and dominance. Like they're feeling it, or something. Because like you see all of them just like, fuck, I'm fucked. Every
Where
single one of them, I'm fucked.
the fight I think that would make Khabib actually look like the killer that he wants to be, like the scariest man on the planet, because that's what he thinks he is. I don't know if he's necessarily there. I'm not doubting it, but I'm saying the fight that I think that will put him over that is if he moves up to 170 and fights Usman.
Yeah,
And wins the belt right off the bat.
Yeah, that's risky though.
He
Yeah.
has to do it.
But I mean, I don't like the instant move up and fight, even though it works sometimes. Because I'm like, fuck, dude, get a warm up fight or something. But it's cool just to go for glory right off the bat. It's definitely.
I mean, at this point, like it's a waste of time to make the chance of him losing to some guy at 170 that ain't the best.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, the risk ain't worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it'd be interesting, man. But I don't know. It's curious. I mean, I was just laughing. Like, how fucking pissed do you think Tony Ferguson is?
Dude,
Now
he's got to be heated.
Ever gonna get the Khabib fight?
That fight was jinxed from the fucking start, Chad.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And then to see that, like, whoa. So if Khabib fights again, it must be, only the winner of Connor versus Poirier, I get. But he beat both them and he said it doesn't interest him. So that makes me think that, because Dana said, the press asked Dana after the fight, they go, what was the special thing you had planned for Khabib?
Usman.
Can you tell us?
And he won it.
No.
It's
I don't
Usman.
know. I think GSP is in. I think GSP wants to come back at 55, win that third title, and that's it. Like GSP is down to fight him at 55. That gives GSP his all-time goal. And if Khabib beats GSP, he's going to consider himself the best of the best. So yeah. I think it has to be the GSP. And, because Khabib hates Connor and he likes Poirier, but he already beat him. Like, so,
yeah,
I think that he really is looking for a challenge and they're not just going to throw Tony right up there after a loss. Like, so I don't know.
So let's flip the script now. Now, let's say Khabib is really retired. Let's say he's done. Now the 155-pound division needs a champion. They need, kind of to rebuild that weight class. That weight class is starting to get weak, in my opinion. I've been thinking that for a while because all the guys are moving up to 70 and
that is
around. So
funny, like Chiesa went up, Kevin Lee went up, come back down.
A lot of guys are moving
up, he come back down.
I
mean, he's kind of phased out anyway. And yeah,
you got Poirier, Pettis
moved up. Yeah.
Connor, Nate Diaz has fight a lot of fights at 170 recently. I mean, I think if Nate's going to get a shot at the title right now is the time, say you want a 55.
But yeah, he's got to get a win in, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And Bobby's bringing up the same point that you did. His dad wanted him to get to 30-0.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's understandable. 30-0. I mean, cool.
That's what, dude. And he looked like his striking like improved dramatically and he just looked unstoppable. Like it was just a complete blatant disregard of like anything Gaethje had. Like there was no like, and then
He punked him.
he said he went for the triangle because he didn't want to hurt Gaethje in front of his parents.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to choke him because he knew Gaethje wouldn't tap, and he didn't want to beat him up in front of his parents.
The poor guy looked, I mean,
Imagine losing and then hearing the dude say that, like, man, fuck you, man. Like, damn
yeah.
it. Like, but knowing at the same time, like, fuck, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
Poor,
Like, gave him a good out. He went unconscious. That's
yeah.
an easy out,
Yeah. Poor Gaethje though, like, all the hype videos and the countdown and the embeds and like Gaethje looked like he was the guy that was gonna
Gaethje
do it
like he was gonna do it. I
until the
mean,
bell rang.
I drank all that Kool-Aid. Like
You
straight.
always buy into it.
I did. I felt it. I felt the fire. And I mean, even Victoria was super worried. She's like, I think this one. And I started watching it and I'm like, I mean, and Gaethje was tired after the first round. I'm like, what is going on, man?
Yeah. He was, dude, he was like, it reminded me of like when a white belt goes into jiu-jitsu for the first time, and he tries to keep up with the higher belts and he just was like gassing himself.
Like, it was something else to see, man. And a great night of fights overall, though. It was a really good fight card. I can't, Whitaker, I think that's excellent. Whitaker getting that win over Cannonier, and I was
good about too.
Huh?
He looked good, man.
He fucking shut him right down. He was smart. He was tactical. I mean, that's what I believe Whitaker could do, but I didn't know it was going to be that easy for Whitaker at all.
Yeah.
Like he made it seem like Cannonier was nowhere near ready for the top. And then Whitaker doesn't even want a shot at the title yet. Doesn't even care. Not even worried about a fight yet. Like says enjoy his kids and Christmas.
Did you see after the post-fight press conference, they were asking Dana White, his thoughts on that fight. And he's like, I thought Cannonier was going to be a way tougher fight for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I really thought Cannonier, I mean, he's been looking really unstoppable.
He looked even more shredded. He looked more dialed. He looked, that whole pre-fight hype thing like Gaethje.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're judging it wrong because Gaethje looked fucking ready. Cannonier looked dangerous. I'm like, I really believed in Whitaker just because he's like, Whitaker isn't some showstopper where you're like, oh my God, this dude's insane. Like he never stands out like that, but his fundamentals, his technique, his head movement, footwork, it's all really good. It just doesn't like stand out like crazy. So I feel like he doesn't get a lot of the respect that he deserves. Like, dude, he's been in there with he's been in there with the best of the best.
Well, and that was his first fight back since Adesanya, right? Like
no, he beat Darren Till in his last fight.
He beat Darren. Oh yeah,
he pieced Darren
Till. That's right.
Yeah, he pieced Darren Till up pretty good. And that's what I was trying to tell you the last time when you were like, no, he hasn't fought since the loss. I was like, nah, dude, he did all right versus Till. Like he pieced him up pretty good. So
yeah, I forget about that fight though. Like that's what it is. He did do a hell of a good job.
Yeah, and I was doubtful in that. I thought Till was going to come out hot, and I was worried about Whitaker, but he come back strong. And dude, he looks happy as fuck, and he's being realistic. He's like, my daughter's born in January. Last thing I want to do is deal with that. Try to fight. Fuck that. Maybe March. Yeah. And he's in no rush. He doesn't even care if it's for the title. Like he doesn't have the pressure of the belt anymore. He's enjoying his family and his life, and knows that he just wants to keep fighting for some money. Like that's tight, dude. That's tight. Settle into that groove, Yeah,
and I think he's the perfect example of that champ. Once he gets the pressure off of him, like he can relax. He can take.
Look at made GSP retire.
Yeah,
the pressure of being a champ. Like
good point.
Yeah, like that. I mean, I don't. Rose Namajunas. Like, wow, what a relief. Heavy lies the crown.
Yeah, no, it's that's how it is, especially I think in the UFC because the competition is so fucking tough,
Well, you're always, especially when you're the champion, it's like, you have a target on your back.
And there's not an easy fight
yeah. And do you want to get out of shape really as a champ? Are you gonna, if you don't have a fight book, does that mean you're going to chill? like a
Right.
lot of the contenders can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit different. That you're only gonna fight number one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man. I really don't envy any UFC champion or even like a guy in the top like 3 in some weight classes, man. It's just like,
Yeah,
well, here's another one, you know?
I like the guys that embrace walking the ladder, though. You know,
Yeah,
fuck it.
some guys do it better than others, though.
Like John Blockowicz just worked his way up slowly, didn't give a fuck, and then boom, now he's champion.
Yeah.
So
But again, some guys do it better than others. Some guys like GSP, they can't handle it. They need to step away for a few
yeah.
years,
Well,
but they don't lose a step.
yeah, and he did it for so fucking long.
Yeah. Well,
You
you know what I respect about that is he held his ground on not like going into the Reebok thing. Like,
know,
for he held out for 5 years, He
yeah,
was a big like person against that.
yeah, yeah. I forgot about that when that all switched.
That was
That's what I like. It's funny. Me and Victoria have been watching some old fights and seeing them with fucking sponsors on their shorts.
I
It was
miss it.
so much better. So much better. It's so boring with the
Yeah,
uniform and the walkout. Like I
I'm
miss
with you.
Depot on every pair of shorts.
Yeah.
Like fuck
Milwaukee tools and
everything. Fucking
dude,
all the guys from Brazil had that. They were all wearing Venom or that like looked like acai berry, whatever that brand is. But you know what I'm talking about.
ah,
But yeah,
dude,
but
back in the day, everyone had to be in tap out. You were the shit if you were wearing tap out,
yeah,
you
the
know?
fun days.
Yeah.
Back in our day. All right.
Yeah. I think about those fights like, dude, the tap out guys were always there, like always around,
That's cool. Just think about our local scene, man. We were so lucky with Cage Combat and those shows. Not just Gladiator Challenge. I would say Cage Combat was my favorite when it was around
Mhm.
because everybody was there. Dave Terrell, Uriah Faber, like all.
Oh, and they would always bring him in the ring and
Yeah,
announce
everybody
him.
was hanging out, going, doing speech, and it was just right there. It's not like some fucking. It's not like an NFL football game where the stars are in a box above the crowd. It's like at fights, like everyone is right there, just
Yeah.
right there, and typically for the most part, always cool as fuck. But
Bobby Bobby's throwing something out there to see if it sticks. Pretty much calling Amanda Nunes versus Khabib. That's like Triple C fighting
wait, it's worse
Rose.
because not only is it man versus woman, it's a 20-pound heavier weight class man fighting a woman.
What do you think of Cyborg versus
I
Khabib?
think that if Khabib fought Amanda Nunes, that Amanda Nunes would fall back in love with men. Because he would put it on her so bad, she's like, I finally found a man I respect. Khabib.
Maybe. You think that she's into the ring card girls, right? That's your
Dude,
deal?
she's all. I don't think I know, bro. I fucking know. Every time she gets interviewed by like the pretty girls or anything, she's like, haha, yeah. And you see pictures with her fucking putting her, dude, she's a rapist, bro. You could see allegedly, you could see her fucking put her arm around like the interviewers and stuff. And she's like, and it's like, oh my god, dude. Like, I think she might like dress on the daily with a fucking strap on hanging between her legs just so she can fuck a bitch if she has to. Like, that's how manly she is, bro. That's how she holds herself. And when she looks at a girl, it's like, you know.
That'd be pretty uncomfortable just to wear a strap on around all day.
Maybe she's used to it. Maybe she got money. She turned into a champion. Now she got money just to really have some like fucking custom fitted fucking
Dick?
fleshlight material dick down there.
Yeah. How big would you make your dick if you could mold it?
Exactly the size that it is right now, just perfect.
There
So,
you go.
yeah, exactly there.
I was trying to catch you up.
Yeah, I was like, maybe take like half an inch off, just so some girls don't. It doesn't hurt them.
Chad, you're married.
We're talking fictitiously about a molded dick. Oh fuck!
You know what's crazy is like those botched fucking plastic surgeries. Like I wonder
Dude,
how many botched dicks are out there, like
I
in
never thought
numbers standpoint.
fucking serious conversation right there, bro. That's a good Google.
Yeah.
Anybody out there listening, Google and fucking let us know what's up as far as botched dick repair surgeries, or where they flip the vagina inside out to make a dick or whatever. How
Oh,
does that?
those get botched all the time. They got to go to third world countries to get those.
Yeah, I mean, and how do those turn out anyway? Like, yeah, you got a good point. I remember, dude, watching something on HBO. Remember when they used to do like, God, Real Sex was one of them, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Basically, HBO had this like documentary series on just fucked up stories, bro. Well, what happened is this dude was fucking feeding wood into a wood chipper. It sucked his clothes in, sucked his pants in, sucked his dick in, bro.
Oh God,
Fucked
no.
that shit up, like ripped it off.
Oh.
And then he like shows,
Pulled the
dude,
stick
on
right in.
HBO, they show it, bro. One of those things you can only watch like after midnight or whatever, and it shows his like fucked up ass part of a skin of a dick with like a half a nut, and like he's like, this is what I have now, and they show it, and it's like, dude, I remember being fucking traumatized, bro. Like, oh my God.
Oh my
It,
God.
crazy, bro. So yeah, I don't know. There's definitely fucking botched dick surgeries out there.
There's got to be a lot of botched dick surgeries. I mean, I don't know how many people get their dick like adjusted from a plastic surgeon, but
Well,
I
I remember. I'm not gonna say his last name. I'm just gonna say his first name. But his first name's Tim, and he's a redhead, and he probably wouldn't care if I said his last name. But I gave enough clues for everybody that knows me and knows him to know exactly what I'm talking about. He was always fucking mad because he had a crooked dick, bro, in high school. He's like, it's fucking it just like took a hard fucking left, dog. And like, yeah, I know that it's true, not because like I seen it in the flesh, but like we had a hard on in we had a teacher, Miss Tamura.
Oh, you brought her up on the show. She was the
Yeah,
hot one that
yeah,
you
hot as
sexually
fuck.
harassed.
Oh yeah, touched her ass. Oh yeah, she loved me. But dude, that was the one when he's like, I can't take it anymore, and he like fucking had his hand in the shorts, and he like grabbed his fucking like dick through his shorts.
Yeah.
So I got hard on. I was all laughing. I seen the bend. I was like, oh, he's not mine.
Hard bend to the left, right?
Dude, when he knocked over the girl's water bottle and then goes to the desk and he's asking her to go to the bathroom and he's wiggling left and right. He's moving shit on her desk with his boner. It was great. That was 10th grade.
With his C-shaped dick, huh? He's fucking taking
he hit them angles, boy.
like a
Dip
fucking
on
candy
in.
machine.
I feel like if you do got a curved dick like that, like it's gonna go left or right, and you're gonna want to, like, you're probably gonna have like a badass move. Like if you spoon a certain way, she's like, "Oh my God, no one's ever touched me like that before." It's like, yeah, girl, this is my shit. It's what I was
You
made
telling
for.
this story, all I'm picturing in my head is one of those fucking machines like in a casino or in a arcade where it pushes the coins. You know what I mean? You got to scoop them up or whatever. I'm thinking of him just scooping shit off her desk with his dick.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Now scoops the chips. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
wish we knew the name of that tool because I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I got a new name for your dick, dog." It's called a poker chip scooper.
Oh my God, man. That's got to be fucked up though. You think you could tape it to like a straight edge, like a ruler or something, and straighten that fucker out over time?
Well, people break their dicks. Dennis Rodman broke his multiple times. And some,
Banging chicks or how? I mean, do you know how?
yeah, like banging them hard from behind, and the girl moves the wrong way. I've had that shit. I feel like we all have, like fucking a girl from behind, like, and she moves wrong, and your shit comes out, and then you stab her in the ass with it, and it's just like fucking. Ah! Well, I've heard it pop. Mine's popped a few times, but I never fucking broke it. I guess he had to go to the doctor. Like his shit broke. My dad drank a lot at Hooters with him in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was always at the Hooters in Anaheim by Disneyland. That was my
Oh,
dad's
shit.
hangout for like 2-3 years, bro, when he was working down there. And he was always hanging out with Dennis Rodman. All the girls and Dennis Rodman and shit. Like, I guess he's pretty cool. Like,
I'm actually going to be in Anaheim next week, and shout out to J Dub Moneymaker. He's out there grinding on the road, and I'm going to be helping him do a little speaking event. So
yeah,
good luck to him.
And he was recording some video. He put something up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always, doing new things and always on the grind. That's good.
Good shit.
So the other day, dude, I'm walking through fucking the grocery store, and to get in the grocery store, everyone hassles you about a mask. So sometimes I'm like really
They're like
compliant
out
about
front,
it.
like hassling you about it.
Oh yeah, dude, by the shopping carts, like make sure you got a mask on. And I'm one of those last minute people, like right before I walk down the first aisle, I put it on. So I'm already in the store and shit. But anyways, I go to walk in the store and the lady's like, you need to put your mask on. I was like, all right, I got you. So I like put it up, and then as soon as I walked in the store, I pull it right back down. I just keep walking around. And then this like 16-year-old chick comes up to me and she's like, you need to wear your mask. And I said,
Yeah,
oh,
bitch.
I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much. And I just turned around and walked away. Like I didn't respond to her
Dude,
whatsoever.
I haven't like I don't wear them in none of the stores. Like they say, up here, it's like it's just up to stores to say if they want it or not, and it's not like mandatory. It's like requested or required unless a medical condition or some shit. So I never wear them, and like the employees almost treat me better, bro. I swear to God.
They have more respect
Everybody
for
looks
you.
at me like happy, like fuck it, dude. He's living life. He's fucking enjoying his freedom or something. And
Yeah.
the truth is, if you fucking believe in him, then fuck me because you're protected.
Yeah.
Apparently, not really. But anyway, but like I go through and I laugh, dude, because I just been waiting. Like yesterday, I was like, fuck it. Because on the Washington side, they're strict as fuck. Like
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Idaho side, it's different. It's per area, but
Mhm.
not nothing like what you guys are going through down there.
I
And I was just like going in, but I'm just gonna fuck with people. Like I already have my shit. Like if someone, because first of all, if someone is gonna say anything, shut the fuck up. You're not a cop. You don't enforce the fucking law. So shut your fucking mouth and don't talk to me. Go the other way. If you come up to me to say something, it means you don't believe in anything you're preaching about, or you wouldn't approach me because you'd be in fear for your life. So
right?
fuck yourself. But beyond all that, like, I'm just, like I'm telling them, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm sorry. Are you prejudiced against my condition? You know, I got
Yeah.
non-Hodgkin's lung cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, lung cancer. Okay. So if I wear a mask, I'm basically going to fucking die because I can't breathe right as it is. So, if this is what you want to see me die right now. Are you saying you don't allow people with cancer in your store? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I've seen some crazy shit, but I mean, I hope that it doesn't happen because once I let that part go, I'm taking off. Ooh, Dave's nodding, giving nods, pointing. Look at that, looking good. That was good. Good point, Dave. But yeah, but anyway, you guys,
Sorry.
I've been toning it down. I want to tell the listeners, okay? I want to tell the listeners. I had the last few episodes. I had a real fired up negative tone, okay? Yeah, and I'm trying to get away from that. I don't want my anger to come out on here, but you guys were kind of seeing a smidgen of what we like to call the 80%. Okay, I like to try to operate on the 80% rule. The truth is, I operate on about a 98% rule. You guys think you're hearing me say a lot and you're seeing a lot, hearing about 2% of what's really going on in my fucking head. And I started slipping up and letting a lot more of those percentages come out of my fucking mouth. And
I
I ain't trying to do that. I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative or nothing. I just, every now and then fucking goddamn straw breaks the camel's back. You know what I'm saying?
I truly love your philosophy on that, Chad. Like, I mean, it's spot on with it. Um, dude, but yeah, so people I have a bunch of scripts I go into about the mask as well. I go into some where I'm like, this is part of my religion. Like,
I
like
never actually, dude, the only place I was confronted was on a job site, commercial job site, and I had to walk away kind of after stuff. But
I
yeah, anyway, that
I
doesn't.
actually had an encounter today where I reversed it. So, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this out there. So I walk in, I'm talking to a client, and he's kind of giving me some lip. He's just giving me some lip,
Mhm.
and so he tells me right away to take off my boots. Right? I'm like, okay. Like he doesn't even want shoe covers. He wants me to take my boots off, and I'm like, okay. And I was like, would you like me to wear a mask while I'm here? And he looks and he goes, no, you don't need to wear that. And so I was like, actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to put put this on because I was just like, I was making some faces, dude. And I put it on, and he would say things to me, and I was just like, oh, I was so pissed. But I mean, I reverse it. He felt a little uncomfortable because my face was covered instead of the other way around. So
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes it can work in your favor. Is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's
say.
I don't know, like, our business, it's funny. We just get like randomly we get people that walk in with them and they're like, "Do we not have to wear these?" We're like, "No." And they just take them off. They're like, "Oh, thank God." And I've had so many old men, "I can't fucking breathe in that thing." We're like, "Dude, we don't give a fuck. Like, take that."
Yeah, take it off.
Yeah, and like it's like, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into that too much. That's everybody fucking knows how that shit feels right now. I can't wait to get through that. I just pray that whatever happens after Tuesday, November 3rd, either way, that we can just get past this fucking shit and open the world up. So it'll be a good day for everybody, man.
Yeah, and
You know,
for the listeners out
okay,
there,
hold on, Dave. Hold on. Fuck that. We're in the middle of the mass talk.
yeah,
Bring it up. Pull that fucking video up because you guys, this is fucking real. I
Chad,
sent this.
I really thought you were fucking with me. Like I thought this
Dude,
was like a spoof from
I
Saturday
thought
Night
it was,
Live.
I swear to God, when I got it, Dave, I promise you exactly what I thought. I thought it was a spoof. And I watched this whole fucking video and I'm like, oh my God. They are serious as a motherfucker. This is a real legit company, you guys.
Oh yeah. So for the listeners, they can still hear you,
You are
Chad.
about to watch astronauts on Earth, dog. Play that shit.
This is what our world's turning
This-
into, guys.
This is a real fucking thing. This is a real company, heartfelt. They believe in this all the way through. First of all, racist, showing a fucking.
Living with someone who's immunocompromised, you quickly come to terms with the limitations of face masks. For those who need extra protection, they're simply not good enough. It's with this realization that we set out to reimagine personal protection. We needed something with a robust seal. It had to be easy to breathe in and comfortable to wear for a prolonged period of time.
This is fucking real, bro.
It had
I
to
hope
actually
you see
protect against
go
aerosols
to
coming
video
into contact
with the
with
street
the eyes, nose, and
wearing-
mouth. And we also wanted to see each other's
Look at his
faces
hand
again.
movement. Oh,
It sounds so basic, but all of this has not been possible until now. The BioVisor is a powered air purifying
Our
respirator.
fans love it too, Chad.
it's a goal.
Traditionally reserved for industrial and healthcare
Oh, thank
environments,
God.
poppers were never really made for daily life, but unprecedented times call for unprecedented innovation.
Oh, look at that asshole. Oh, did you smell it to see if it was good?
So go ahead, venture out and breathe easy.
And breathe easy.
Fucking great, dude. If I
see anybody,
I want to throw stuff at him. I want to throw stuff. I wouldn't want to punch him or nothing, but I would definitely want to like just fucking like have a Nerf football and just whoo, pow, and they turn around and be like, oh,
you just got to push him over. You know, somebody like that, you just push him over.
dude, it looks like fucking astronauts on Earth. It is the craziest shit. Like, I can't wait till there's like videos in New York City, Times Square, and people are like shuffling through and see all these fucking minions.
How do you say that BioVisor?
BioVisor, yeah.
BioVisor is
Yeah.
the most racist company. They had to use an Oriental person to fucking
Thank
do
you.
the
That's
ad.
what I'm saying. Of course.
Like, yeah,
know,
cool,
like,
man.
hey,
they all
recognize
got
this.
it. Yeah,
But
the
it's probably
Chinese
like a
bird.
reverse thing. Like, we're so not racist. We didn't even know that we put a Chinese person in that. Like, because we just didn't see any of that. We don't see color.
I'm serious. After, like while I was watching it, I'm waiting for him to go live from New York. It's Saturday night.
Yeah, something, right? That's what made me watch the whole thing. I'm like, at some point this is gonna be a joke. Then I go to the site, then I look, I'm like, oh my God, this is real. This is fucking real. What's crazy is this is exactly like such a fucked up thing as far as business goes for people that are gonna capitalize and make hella money off fear of a pandemic that 90%
Definitely.
of people are fucking, yeah, not cowboy hat compatible. Good point. Not
How
applicable.
do you get a pussy in that thing?
You ain't
Like,
getting no
let's
pussy.
be
You just
real.
have people fuck.
Just clinking glass.
You know what I mean? Those are
It's
the guys that are
ridiculous.
fucking. They're like, hey, I need to be protected from the coronavirus, but I'm gonna go to the local sex shop, stick my dick through a hole, and see if I can get some fucking hooker to fucking jerk it. You know,
Does that
but I
really
can't
go on?
breathe in the scent of the room.
Does that really go on?
Huh?
You
I've seen it in movies. I'm sure that shit, if it gets in a movie, it's real. They didn't think it up for a movie.
I've never seen.
You know, like no, there's been like movie. What was even Boondock Saints, bro?
It's
Where the
called a
guy's
glory
going,
hole. I know like the terminology, but like I've never seen a real life like in person glory hole.
well, I mean, well, that should be a testament to your character, Dave, and the fact that you have to admit that you've never seen a real life glory hole in person kind of makes me feel like you've seen a real life glory hole in person.
No, I
You never had a hot neighbor and there was a knot knocked out in your fence, like the wood, and one of those knots got knocked out. You're
no.
like, hey, what are you doing? And you're always talking to her over the fence. You're like, oh, I wonder what happened if I really put my dick through the knot hole in the fence. And oh, hey, she's grabbing it. Oh, glory.
You know, I've
Glory
actually
hole.
always I've wanted to see a glory hole. I think that'd be fucking crazy. Like, but where would you put one?
I don't want to experience a glory hole. Like, I want to know and see what I'm on because I feel like a glory hole to me is fucking bait and switch.
A dude.
Glory hole is
It's
like,
gotta be a dude
some-
every time.
yeah, some girl looking at you. Oh, yeah, baby. And then some dude with his ass just like, fucking fuck yeah.
Like you see a little mustache hair poking through the glory
I want
hole.
to fuck this dude forever. We fucking glory hold his ass. Like, no, I'm not fucking trying to be part of that, man. I'm not trying to get glory hold, dog.
I wonder if like in our parents' generation there was like a popular like thing to do in bars, you know? Like
Probably.
pop a little hole in the
I feel
bar.
like 100%. Like,
Bring
especially,
your little hole saw bit and
I
just
feel like
pop
there were
one.
definitely certain corner dive bars where people knew, like, hey, check it out, stall 5, put your dick through. You know, boom. Some fucking dude's making money sucking dick in the bathroom.
You know who could have a glory hole anywhere they want one is John because he's always got a tool and he could pop a hole in anything, you know. He's always got a drill ready to go. He could just bust out the right hole saw bit.
Glory hole drill in your fucking in your back pocket.
Why do you always carry a 1-inch hole saw bit? You know, think about it though. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Watch out for guys that always got a drill on them. Okay, I'm just saying that.
Drilling glory holes, man. Oh,
holes everywhere. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty gross. I bet you there's a few places in Stockton that got some dirty ass fucking glory holes.
Yeah, there's dirty ass glory holes with the fucked up dick surgeries fucking sliding through them, bro. Because that's what they do. They're like, when they got the fucked up, when their dick surgery went bad, bro, they just find glory hole places, right? You know what I mean? That's it.
They're
And then,
ashamed
like,
of it.
on the other side of the glory hole is like a bunch of blind victims that can't see, but so you know they're making good money because they can't see the ugliness that they're sucking and fucking, so they go to glory hole to make money and suck deformed dicks.
There's some tie in there.
Yo, all I'm saying is if someone with a fucked up business sense out there wants to make some money, buy out Sinner and the Saint, just laid it down.
I hate to say this, but like I wonder if we know anybody that like, you know, goes out seeking glory holes, you know?
I don't know if we know anybody that's seeking them, but I feel like we know somebody with the whole story.
We have to, right?
We know a lot of strange characters, a lot of motherfuckers that are just a little bit out there.
Right now, we got 4 watchers.
There's
Bobby, don't be shy, man.
Yeah, one of those 4. Yeah, Bobby all of a sudden shut the fuck up on the commenting. Did you notice
Yeah,
that? Oh, I
he put his
ain't shit anymore.
yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm
funny.
just not pulling him up on the screen. You know, I don't want to embarrass him with his glory hole stories.
Yeah, we'll leave that
But
alone.
we got to know at least one person. If you're out there, you're on our friends list and you got a glory hole story, we won't throw your name out unless you want it. Matt Freeman, we'll see you on next week.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Shout down to Tim Freeman, man. I messaged him. You ever message somebody and like you see them see it and you don't even get a response?
Yeah, all the time.
Asshole, Tim. You're asshole. I messaged him and nothing. I'm like, nothing, bro. That's
I messaged Caesar Gracie.
Yeah,
right. I'm gonna put this out there. Long, nice, really nice, respectful, polite message. And he fucking read it and didn't say nothing. Not even like a thumbs up or like, no, I'm not interested. Nothing.
Nothing. I just want a response. You get. I would have felt better, Tim, if you're listening. I know you're not. You know, but if you would have said "fuck you," that would have been less insulting than no response.
I'm sure.
You know.
But yeah, I mean, some people are just like that. You know. Tim, if you're out there, we love you,
dude. Did you see? I sent you that picture of I thought it was fucking hilarious because you know all this talk we were talking about Khabib, the pound for pound best right now. Did you see that fucking picture I sent you? I thought.
You know, I was just looking at that. Let me pull.
I was laughing so hard because it was a talk. They show Israel Adesanya, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and John Jones because John Jones has been going off on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen it, but I literally made an account and just followed like people I'm interested in, just so like when I'm bored taking a shit, I can scroll. Huh?
Just so you could see like their Twitter battles.
Well, because like honestly, dude, like I'm like I would like to be able to tune into that gossip without all the other shit and like. With opening up that account, I'm like, oh shit, I'm just following athletes. And I was laughing because John Jones was just talking mad shit on fucking Khabib, basically like, oh, you got to earn the fucking number one fair pound greatest. You ain't fought nobody. So somebody made that meme and it's fucking hilarious because it shows Israel Adesanya, last three opponents, Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero, Robert Whittaker. Fucking legit as fuck. Shows Khabib Nurmagomedov's last three opponents. Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor. Legit as fuck. It shows John Jones' last three opponents. It doesn't actually say their names, but it's Dominic Reyes, and they go JV baseball player. And then it goes Thiago Santos, former middleweight with one leg because his leg was injured as fuck. And then just the fucked up one was Anthony Smith, LOL.
Yeah, right.
Like, but dude, it's a point like, bro, you fucking people say you lost to Dom Reyes. People say you almost lost to fucking Thiago Santos. You had trouble. And then Anthony Smith, they say you lost to. Like,
hey, Anthony Smith, dude, I would take him over any crackhead breaking into my house any day of the week.
Dude, I like all those guys, but it's true that like but John Jones beginning, he was murdering everybody great. So, but his last three fights, they're not great. They're not, I mean, he shut Gustafsson down before, but I mean, the last three fights, when you look back at that, it's like, damn, he isn't in a very good spot to say, who have you fought? But
yeah, but looking at that, I mean, he cleared that whole weight class.
That's what I'm saying. His previous opponents were super high level. The only reason he had to fight those three guys is because he wiped out everybody else.
Except Rumble Johnson.
Exactly.
That's the one.
And I mean, I don't think he wanted to fight Jan Blachowicz. I really believe that.
Yeah. You know what makes me believe that too? Is that whole reaction after he fought and he won and he was like flexing at John Jones like, oh yeah, and John's like smiling and then he's like, oh yeah,
he wanted like, get it, I'm gonna go to heavyweight.
Yeah, get it, I'm out of here.
All right, you can have I mean, You can have my belt. You can have it.
He just beat Thiago Santos, right?
No, he beat Dominic Reyes. They made
Sorry,
that title.
Dominic Reyes. That's right.
He beat the JV baseball player.
Yeah, poor Dom, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think Dom got into drinking his own Kool-Aid a little bit, and I think too many people pumped him up too much about winning that fight. Like, I feel like he'd have done better with a chip on his shoulder than to have. I feel like that was an environment mentality. The people that were surrounding him kept telling him he won that fight. So he got pumped up and's like, I'm the uncrowned champ, and like, like he was drinking his own Kool-Aid versus being fucking pissed on getting robbed or whatever. If you believe, he wasn't pissed about it. He was like,
yeah, he was okay with it.
He was happy. Yeah, he was happy. Yeah. Bro, you shouldn't be happy about that at all. And I think that kind of hurt him a bit. But nothing to take away from John. John's a fucking beast. So.
Oh, I'm interested. Who do you think they give him first?
John Jones?
Yeah.
Or John? I don't know. I mean, if whose shoes are you looking at? You know what I mean? Like, if you're John Jones, like, do you take an intro fight to smash some previous legend? Like, put another name on your record? I mean, if you're UFC, do you really want to put John Jones against? I mean, to me, in the UFC's eyes, it's you either fight someone old, legendary, and washed up to get a name, or you fight the champion. Because if you fight a contender like Francis Ngannou doesn't have the belt, you get one fight out of it, you kill John Jones, and that's it. Promotion standpoint, like, you want John Jones to win or lose to the champion. Like, that's your promotional making.
You got to build him up in that weight class
with a star like John Jones. It's win or lose to the champion. Those are your options. Like, so they got to look at matchmaking to go, okay, who is a big enough name worthy of drawing John Jones that we are confident he's going to beat?
UFC likes DC enough that they would throw DC at him.
But I mean, at this point, coming off a loss, I mean, I don't know if John Jones would do it, and I don't know if DC would even do it. Like, maybe DC would be more down the John Jones, but I don't see John Jones wanting to debut at heavyweight against a guy he beat twice. Like, I don't think that.
I don't either, but it's a fight he knows he can win at heavyweight, and I mean, why not fight the former champ? So even if he never gets up to fighting Stipe, he can always say, "Hey,
I totally get it. I just don't see that coming into for." And DC's getting big, bro. He's even. Yeah, I think he loves being retired. Like, he don't give a fuck, bro. He's got a great commentating job. He's golfing like a motherfucker. He don't give a fuck, man. He don't care.
Yeah, he does got a good job. He's on that Ariel Helwani show all the time now. It's like Ariel in DC.
Shout out. I just seen like Tim text me a little bit ago, but Tim, I can't read the text because my phone is
being used.
Scream, bruh.
Hey, by the way, shout out to we'll throw this in there right now. Shout out to sponsor Retro Grappler. They got all of their Halloween line rash guards on sale right now. If you go in, type in code word spooky. Then you'll get $10 off your rash guard. So go do that, retrograppler.com.
How's it feel to put it in a glory hole for the first time? Spooky.
Spooky.
It
is. I mean, thinking about it, that's spooky, man.
Dude, I ain't putting that is so spooky. And I ain't ever, dude, dog, no way. Like, wall in front of you. Hole.
Do you think
it's like,
let me ask you
this, fucking most finest bitch ever on the other side of this hole? Guaranteed, promised. Nah.
Let me ask you this, Chad. Let me ask you this. How many times do you think there was a fucking dude that shoved his fucking curved dick through that glory hole and there's a banging ass like Super 10 model on the other side?
Well, I mean, according to pornos, quite a bit. Like, you know what I mean? So Yeah, I mean, I've seen like I don't watch them; it's not my thing. But I've definitely seen the clips. I've seen highlights scrolling through Pornhub of fucking dimes on riding a glory hole piece. So in that regard, a lot.
Yeah.
But and I don't even, you know what I mean? I feel like if I'm just gonna like, I wouldn't need to go to a glory hole. I would just buy the wall mount for a fleshlight with the, you know what I mean? That thing's.
Why don't they
like,
just start drilling holes and putting fleshlights on the other side?
That's it. I mean, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, why go to, if you're trying to go to a glory hole, get your fleshlight, read the warm up instructions, and fucking get a wall mount and just fuck that thing, dog. Like, you'll be great. Like, and you'll have way less guilt. Like, I'd rather be known as a guy that fucked a fleshlight on a wall than put my dick in a glory hole and had no idea what was on the other side.
Yeah.
What's up, Garen? What's up, bro? That's fucking boy Garen G Moolah. Oh my god. I would love to see that guy again. Hey, me and Garen. So this is Garen, bro. We went to Plaza. We grew up playing baseball together. Everything, neighbors, everything. Dude, this motherfucker. This is how stupid I am and naive. We're going to Plaza together, right? So he's like, I'm driving and he's rolling a blunt. Because like Plaza was the craziest continuation school ever, bro. You got to show up later, and you got out like 2 hours early.
3 hours a day, you're good. You go home.
You're out. Full credit just for going to school. Homework was extra credit.
But anyway, you would get more credit.
Yeah, I did by doing art projects. Like I came out of Plaza after 1 quarter and was literally only had to take 4 classes the second semester of my senior year. Because of 1 quarter. What's up, bro? Love you too, brother. Hope all is well, man. But dude, he would fucking roll. So I look over, he's rolling a blunt. And I remember saying something like, "Hey, can you roll?" And he used to always say it. He goes, "Shit, motherfucker, flip him on the freeway doing 100." And he'd say it all the time. All the time. And I really thought, I was like, "Bro, you really fucking rolled a blunt on the freeway while going 100?" And he's like, "Nah." I was like, "Why do you say it all the time?" He's like, "It's just, you know what I mean? You just say it. It's like some shit. Like, it's easy to flip them on the freeway going 100. I'm like, I literally thought, bro, I'm like, that you were fucking going 100 on the freeway rolling a blunt. Like, I took it literal. Oh, shit. Yeah. Dude, we used to get fucking, oh my God, hit up Wendy's on the way home. Yeah. Every day.
You also, Chad, you probably didn't put it together because you also were in Plaza because you were hunting every fucking school year.
Yeah.
In Idaho. So that's probably
that's what caught up is my dad would take me out of school ever since I was 12 years old, or actually 11 or 10. No, when I was 10, he just took me out for a couple weeks. So like 11 years old on, he remembers fucking 11 years old on, my dad would take me out of school for a whole month. And he would write, we'd go in, and after like 2 years, they're like, "Sir, you can't, pull your kid out of school for a month." This is, my dad's like, and I'll never forget this, bro. Actually, you know what, dude? It was like the first thing. He's like, "I want to prearrange absence for a month." They're like, "What are you doing?" "We're going out of state." They're like, "Sir, we can't give you that." My dad's like, "Why not?" They're like, "You can't just take your kid out of school for a month. It's not okay." He's like,
"Shit, this is America."
All right. They're like, "It depends on the circumstances." My dad's like, "Okay. Under what circumstances is it okay to pull your son out of school for a month?" She's like, "Well, for instance, like maybe they have to go see a relative because they died or something." He's like, "Oh, his grandma died." And they're like, "Oh my God." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm like. Literally, we're going up there to take care of her, all of her assets, and he's going to a funeral and everything." And they go, "Dude, they're so stupid, bro." They go, "Oh my God, Mr. Damrell, I am so sorry. We're going to take care of this for you." So every year, bro, he would get me a prearranged absence for a month. So they'd give me like 5 weeks of homework, all this shit totally arranged, right? Well, dude, you're talking fucking 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. Every year somebody died in my family and put me in school. So finally, like, dude, I swear to God. So by the time senior year come along, dude, like basically I was smoking so much in the beginning of that first quarter, me and Daniel, like I had 7 schedules at one point because I kept seeing my counselor and changing it. And like for the first 2 weeks,
That's how I was my senior year too.
yeah, for the first 2 weeks, they're not like
They're
you have
not-
so many different official first day schedules.
yeah.
Like I just kept changing it and I'd go to whatever fucking class I wanted. And then like I was just not going to any of the classes. So you got to figure school starts in August. August 27th, I'm out, dog. I'm out till October fucking 5th. You know what I'm saying? This is senior project year. This is like the biggest year ever. So I bounce, I come back. Fucking Vince is like telling, like, I got all these kids coming up, dude.
True story.
Fucking,
True
I got
story.
all these, like, I got like freshmen and fucking sophomores, bro, coming up to me like, yo, how was it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we know. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was hunting in Idaho. They're like, oh, is that what you call it? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I call it. I was hunting in the mountains of Idaho. They're like, heard you got locked up. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, heard you fucking got mad, got in a fight, ran some dudes over. I'm like, what? Well, I found out Vince fucking found out Vince fucking went around telling all these fucking like he was diabolically like intelligent. Like he just told a bunch of freshmen and sophomore that I was fucking locked up in jail and that fucking I was talking to him and telling him that I was just going to tell people I was he already told them the fake story I was going to tell them. So everyone thought I was locked up for a month. Like not every, like everyone that knew me knew what was up, but like these freshmen and sophomore were like, oh yeah. And like, dude, I was like, what the fuck? But what happened is like I get back and the counselor's like, you're not going to graduate senior year. You got senior project. You missed 5 weeks. You know, you before this. So they call my dad. My dad's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got that. We got that prearranged. They're like, sir, your son missed the first month too. Like, and he's like, what? So I got my ass whooped. No, I didn't actually get my ass whooped yet. I just got put in continuation school. And right there we were going. And then, dude, I'll never forget. My parents were gone out of town for like 4 days or whatever. We're all getting fucked up. We're fucking, my dad was, they weren't supposed to be home till like fucking, what?
Sorry. No. Just keep going. Just keep going.
What happened?
This guy wants to know the format of our show.
The format is fucking wherever the influences take you, bro. Like, so format is banter, it's whatever, and we love fighting, so we go into that because that's like an easy topic every week. But other than that, it's banter and just
it's a hard question to answer.
It's a hard question to answer. It depends on the day and the guest and the moment.
Yes, sir. So thank you, for tuning
it's general fucking banter, brother.
Yes.
But
so go on. Your dad's
yeah, they weren't supposed to be home till like fucking Monday or Tuesday, bro, and fucking end up showing up on Sunday night. Well, I got fucking like a few of the friends over, and we're all smoking a bong in the backyard. I hear the fucking front door shut. I'm like, fuck. Well, I knew fucking we were fucked up, and we had the PS3 hooked up to the big screen, you know.
Oh, in the bud room
thing, yeah, and I tripped over the fucking cables and broke the front out of it, and I couldn't fix it yet. And I wasn't tripping because they weren't going to be on until Tuesday, so I was going to fucking take care of it.
Yeah.
And fuck, dude. So he's seeing the TV's broke, and I'm like, fuck. And I go in, and I'm fucking stoned out of my mind, a little bit drunk, and he's like, fucking. He just, and I try to act. I'm like, oh, I don't know what happened. Like I try to lie. Oh hell no. Dude, my aunt, my uncle was there, my mom was there. They just got back from fucking Vegas, dog, and fucking literally, my dad's just like, you want to fucking lie to me? You want to be fucking smoking weed in the backyard? You think you're gonna fucking lie to me? I fuck, dude, and he like goes off, bro, and like, dude, he fucking whooped my. This is the night that he made me basically be man. I was wearing a Pink Floyd shirt, bro. It was a Pink Floyd red shirt. I was wearing my fucking Dickies and my shoes. I was going to Plaza at this time, and he fucking picks me up against the front door, bro. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking throw your fucking ass I'm gonna fucking throw your ass out. And he's like, if you don't be a fucking man and stop me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm fucking like, my dad, fucking devil eyes, dog. Like, I know he's gonna kill me, and he's
Yeah.
like, you better be a fucking man, and not be a little bitch. And like, I'm like, Dad, fucking stop. I'm not fucking leaving, And then he's like, all right. And he just turned around. It was the most mind fuck ever. Like, he's like, all right. Didn't care anymore. Walks in the butt room. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? To my aunt, my uncle, my mom, who are like traumatized by what they just seen. I got thrown. You remember those intro stairs, the first 5 stairs?
Yeah.
Dog, I fucking hit the door. Black. Hit the ground. Picked up. Be a man. Like, I'm like, It was fucked up, dude.
That's pretty intimidating.
Dude, yeah. And he goes in there and they're like, all right, Vern, And,
Yeah, let's get a beer.
Dude, I'll never forget, bro. I was like, and I'm like, you gotta go back down there. You gotta go back down there, and you gotta just say what's up and fucking just be a man. You can't be no bitch hiding out in your room, because I could hear my dad talking, saying, oh, he's probably up there fucking crying, feeling sorry for himself, knowing exactly what the fuck he did, gonna fucking lie to my face, and then fucking da-da-da-da-da. He's just being a little bitch. I'm like, I ain't gonna be no bitch. So like, I remember I go down, I walk downstairs, I fucking see my dad, and he's sitting on the stairs talking to everybody. He looks at me. I sit down next to him. I nodded, handed me his beer, took a drink of his beer. He's like, all right.
I was about to tell you should have fucking just got that fucking courage, went down there, grabbed a fucking cup, and poured yourself a beer.
Dude, no,
so you saying that's what your dad did? I would have fucking put all that together. Chad.
He handed me his beer to take a drink, and like I remember like that that day, like it was a day for me personally, and that's the way I am. Like, I'm always gonna bite the bullet. Like, I'm not gonna fucking hide, dog. Like, if I'm gonna get fucked up, whatever's gonna happen, I'm gonna bite that bullet. I ain't gonna sit in my room and cry like a little bitch because my dad's talking shit downstairs. I'm gonna go bite that bullet. I swear to God, dude, I knew he was gonna fuck me up when I went down there. In my mind, I'm like, he's gonna beat my ass, but I was like, I'm gonna show him that I fucking take an ass whooping. I'm gonna go down there and handle it. And he just handed me his beer, nodded. I was like, thank fucking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna sit here and listen. But it was but anyway, so that's what straightened me out at Plaza. I stopped smoking weed for the last month. I fucking stopped drinking at school because I'd bring Gatorade bottles with Bacardi Light, bro. We just all fucking me, Serge, Brian, Willie, Garen, fucking like we just chilling, and we'd fucking just drink.
Is this at Plaza or Bear Creek at this point?
No, this is Plaza. Dude, Plaza was free for all, bro. Like, I'd go smoke. It was crazy. It was fucking nuts. Yeah.
There was this one class, man. I'll never forget it because I ditched class that day and I did double lunch, first lunch and second lunch. And so I was like, fuck yeah. And I had a whole cooler in my car full of a bunch of booze, bunch of hard liquor. And I was just driving around with it. I was the coolest guy in school. And my buddy Elias knew I had it. So he's like, hey man, let's go make a couple drinks. So dude, we filled up a bunch of Fantas and vodka, and dude, we got hammered. And I was in Mr. Dawson's class. Shout out to Mr. Dawson if you're still at Bear Creek, U.S. history, great teacher. I was in his class. I was just
shout out to the downfall of your career after the story's told.
And dude, I'll never forget, after that class ended, I came out of class and I see my buddy Elias, and he's just as wasted as I am. And he's like, what's up? And we're like screaming from across the hallway, dude, just hammered, falling over and shit. No one even cared. Like, no one even paid attention. His teacher didn't give a shit. Shout out to those great teachers at Bear Creek.
Dude, I remember like my fucking counselor at Plaza, bro. She drove a Mercedes, or it was white. It was a Mercedes, I think. But it was she had a fucking license plate that, what the fuck did it say? Mrs. something. But bro, she was a straight up fucking love you, bro. Love you. She was like, you could tell was like super down to fuck students, bro. Like I could tell. Like, she'd go in the classroom and I was like, dude,
who's this?
This is the like counselor, the guidance counselor at fucking Plaza. And dude, she had like black hair, and she just like would always wear skirts. And it was just I believe that like a lot of guys, like I'm not saying like I'm an individualist, but I'm pretty good about picking up the vibe of like I want to fuck you in the air. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and dog, when I'd sit in her office, it was just like I'm gonna fuck you. Like, and I wanted to, bro, but I was like, so many times, like the same thing where like I feel like Mr. Murrah wanted me to grab her ass. Maybe it's just my
You read that
hormones,
wrong.
and none of that really exists in the universe, bro. But like for me, like the energy that I felt when I sat in that chair is I'm like, dude, she hella wants to fuck you, bro. You just gotta fucking. I was like,
Just
but
gotta let her have
you gotta be sly about it, dog, and figure out how to get this done.
She
And
can't lose her job.
dude, I used to fucking beat off so much thinking about pounding her out in that fucking office, bro. All the
Those little
time,
guidance
dog.
counseling offices are pretty small though.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's
real
tight
close
quarters. It's
quarters.
like every porno that I love, bro, where she's like, you know what? You fucking just take it, And like, and she wasn't that attractive, bro, but she had like thick thighs and an ass. A shout out to, okay. There was
Okay,
a girl.
hang on. Our boy says Miss Waterman.
That's it. Yeah.
That's her name?
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
her name? Oh, what? Oh my gosh. So, Miss Waterman, huh? Is that how you say it?
I think so. Like I think Warmerdam.
Yeah.
Dude, she fucking dude. Dude,
You
like
want this warmer damn realm?
dude, she just and she'd always wear like skirts, bro. And like she just had like this thick figure where like, dude, and it would drive me fucking nuts. And she was the one like coaching me through. And then like even like what was worse, I feel like, was when I stopped being fucked up at the school was because like my dad whooped my ass and they were basically like, you're not gonna there's no way you're even gonna graduate this year. So in 1 month, dude, I passed economics, bro, in 2 weeks. Straight up. Swear to God. Got an A.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm
That
sorry.
class
B,
was
I got a
joking.
B plus. He told me, Mr. Hutchins, he flat out told me, he's like, don't ever tell anybody you pass economics in 2 weeks. Because what I had to do is everything I missed from the first quarter at Bear Creek and then everything that I missed from the first like 2 months of Plaza, I had to all do in the last 2 weeks of the quarter or the semester. So he's like, well, the only way you can pass this class at all is if you take every quiz, every pop quiz, every chapter test, and then each final and you got to get at least this to pass or whatever. So I would fucking go in after school and boom, boom. Mind you, I do the fucking homework, the pop quizzes, the fucking tests, and I come out of it with a fucking B plus. And he's like, what the fuck? So then my English class for my senior project, she's like, your paper's great, but you have no backup. So I had to spend all these nights over this 2 weeks, like fucking faking all this previous physical logs and all these fake interviews. I'd crumple up the paper. I'd get dirt on it. Like, I'm like, I finally found all my notes. And she's like, what the fuck? Swear to God. Like, that's what I did. And then boom, come out of it. She gave me a C plus on my paper. They had to regrade it when I went back to Bear Creek and I got a fucking A. But that English teacher hated me so bad because I'm like, hold on. So you're telling me that my paper wasn't plagiarized, passed everything, is well written, but you have to give me a C because you doubt my backup? Okay. I'm like, that doesn't make any. She hated me, dude. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, you can't, like, and I was a dick at that point, especially like that age in my life where I'm like, you don't even make sense to your sentences. You can't even give me a logical point as to why my grade is at a C level. I feel like you're just judging based on how you feel, and I would say shit. And she's like, and she called my dad and my dad walk out. He's like, she's a stupid bitch. Like, so then I got back to Bear Creek and it was all good. But dude, that fucking counselor, like, yeah, that fucking haunted me for a while. Yeah, man. I have so many flashbacks right now. So like Garen, Serge, all them dude, they used to fuck with me. So we had our own little table, bro. And like, so all of Plaza, like our recesses or lunches or whatever you want to fucking call it, was always in this little fucking like not corridor, but the lunch, it was just small, dude. It was like the size of my shop right now. Everybody's in there. Well, dude, they'd fuck with me some days. Like someone throw a paper at me and I'll be like, what the fuck? Then I get hit with another paper. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll be looking around, dude, and I start getting hella mad, dude. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, and then I get hit with another paper. I'm like, who the fuck is throwing this shit at me? And fucking, it'd be them. Like somebody was fucking with me, dude. Like they were like, it was like fucking. I was like this. They fuck with the ticking time bomb, dude.
Yeah, you're easy. I mean, you're an easy target, bro. Let's be
Nah,
real.
dude, I'm fucking hella calm, sensitive, not sensitive.
You're an easy target, Chad.
Oh shit.
So anything exciting coming up you got going on?
Yeah,
That
man.
you'd like to announce?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super pumped. I mean, I'm gonna be out hunting. Gotta get my deer for Thanksgiving. Then
Yep.
come Thanksgiving, muzzleloader season, Thanksgiving potluck, bro. I'm pumped about that. Going into Christmas. I'm on a kick, man. You know, I
Yeah.
told you this before, but I openly, like, I'm like, fuck, I got a fucking journal, which doesn't do shit, by the way. It doesn't do. I wrote this is. I'm gonna
How
show
many
you.
days you in to the
Okay,
journal?
only 3 days.
3 days.
But that right there is look at that shit. 2 solid pages of me telling myself, I will get up and out of bed early and go running. That's sentences. That's 2 pages of sentences. I made myself write sentences. You know what happened this morning? I did not get up out of bed early and I did not go running.
So Chad, what time are you trying to get up? Like, what's the deal? Like,
well, I need to get up about 5, you know, like I'm always at work at like, dude, I want to get up earlier than that. But right now I'm just like, get up at 5. I can run like 3-4 miles, shower, be to work by 6:30, feel better, act better. Then what always happens is I wake up about 3:30 to take a piss, but I need to get to where that's just my normal wake up is 3:30. Then I can fucking, you know
how you do that. You're not a coffee guy though, right? I know you've tried it off and on.
I like coffee, but it's not, dude, once I'm up, I'll take over the world. But me going from being in the bed to standing on my feet is the hardest. I'm at such a weird, comfortable place to where I'm not even lying. Like I'm like I can't, like my body won't move to get out of bed. It's such a fucked up, stupid ass, lazy bitch pussy thing. And I can't break it right now. And like I do every now and then, dude, the moment it was 18 degrees when I went running a couple miles on Tuesday morning, 18 degrees outside. I got like 5 steps down my driveway and I was the happiest man on the planet. I loved every second of it. Fucking out there, dude, just fucking, running with my dog, running up the street, people going to work at 5 a.m. and I'm just fucking running the street, just fucking loving life. I love it. The happiest thing. It makes me a better person. The next morning, I'm like, dude, I'm awake.
Yeah.
But I'm just laying there. Like, and if I would just wake up, if I would just get out of bed at like 4 a.m, I would be fucking great. But I lay there.
And I know we talked off the air about this, but like the smelling salts just aren't gonna do it for you.
It made me feel like a bitch. So that's what. Yeah, like my most recent goals, because I've always found like one of the ways that I was doing it for a while was I would make my pre-workout prior to going to bed, have it sit next to my bed. My alarm clock would go off. I'd drink it. I'd set my alarm clock like earlier, and then when it would go off, I'd drink my pre-workout, and then I'm laying there in bed, and like 15 to 20 minutes later,
people want to see you do a smelling salt right now.
I already did it. So, but
yeah,
right there. Did it for the podcast. But anyway, but now when I wake up in the morning, I'm not a fucking druggie, bro. But yeah, like my whole thing is just like I found ways around my mental weakness, and I find ways to make it work. But that's not what's giving me satisfaction. Like I'm breaking it down to the root, which is my mind. It's just weak at this point. Like I've got so complacent and shit that I don't have to do stuff to where I fucking, like I'm like, fuck it. I need to get up. I need to make my mind get me up and my free will go running. Like I'm not taking pre-workout. I'm just running. I love it. I'm getting into that. I need to restructure my habitual nature. That's what's up. I'm a fucking head case, you guys.
For me in the morning, especially when it's cold out, I kind of prefer it when it's cold because it's way better. But dude, I'll get that coffee going like right when I'm taking a shit or a piss or something in the morning. And just the smell and the heat from the coffee, dude, it like gets me going. Like
Bro,
I
I will
could
lay there
stay
and
up.
pee for 3 hours.
No,
I'm dead serious. Straight up from like
just
2:30
hold
in
it.
the morning to like 5:30, I'll be having to pee, and I'm just like, oh, fuck it. Like I have no idea, bro. Like what? Like so it pisses me off bad, dude. Like, and I'm like, I gotta break that shit down and get rid of that bitch, bro. Because it's standing in
Yeah,
my
you
way.
gotta,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, once a
So what's
month,
your plan?
huh?
So what's your
What's
plan?
I just keep I'm writing a journal, basically like what I got this from, bro. And I early when I was like in my early 20s, I would read a lot and I would subscribe to the ways of thoughts that were in certain books in different pursuits of, whatever, mindfulness and shit like that. And then I got so cocky and confident that like I'd read shit and I'd blow it off. And when I couldn't take inspiration from a book or somebody's speech without being like, oh, I've heard that before, or, oh, I know that already. And it was a certain arrogance that led to my complacency to where I got in a certain spot to where I almost felt like somebody couldn't really lecture me in that regard. And what happened is my sister on a visit, she was up here and I actually like listened to her. I actually like had a good conversation to open my mind and I learned, and it was great. It was amazing. And it reminded me of the innocence of like being young and being able to receive knowledge, and that I didn't know how shut down I was being. So I started reading a book and listening to the audio book. It was David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. But basically I'm listening to that and I'm listening to what he went through and shit. And I assimilate to a lot of the drive of the demons. Like I know that like, dude, I need to exhaust myself. I need a battle to fight that's not like, in my everyday world. Like I need some type of fucking chaos in my life, but the way you control it is working out and exhausting yourself and martial arts and shit like that. And I went so far away from that, and that like now like I'll create battles where they don't belong. So like what he's saying in the book was all that. But so his first challenge was start a journal in chapter 1. So boom, I'm like, all right, fuck it. So to be honest, that's what I'm doing. Like, and I would have made fun of myself like a year ago, like, oh yeah, you're gonna do a fucking self-help book and shit. And I'm like, right now, I'm like, actually, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I gotta do something because
Well,
I'm doing it myself. So I gotta draw from something and get my fucking mind reprogrammed.
well, and somebody who can't receive help, in whatever way it is just doomed to fucking fail, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. There's like I've always said, like good looks and talent can take you so long. Where there's certain natural abilities and levels of intelligence or levels of athleticism or levels of this or that will take you so far. But like we were saying with Dominic Reyes earlier, like when you start drinking your own Kool-Aid, whether you mean to or you don't know you are or anything, just there's a certain level of complacency or blindness that starts to take place where you actually you're even though you're stepping in your own way, you're unable to like you're disregarding all the answers because you feel like you've heard them. You might have heard them before. You've done, you can hear things from 20 different people. Then one day, one person says it and it clicks,
Yeah.
and we don't know why. So that's what like I'm trying to like go back to like it's a process for me to like open my mind back up and like before somebody's saying anything, don't assume you know what they're saying. Don't assume you know what point they're trying to make. Just fucking kick the fuck back and listen for a second and get a nugget out of it. And that's the most successful phases of my life and my intelligence and my progress have been when I focus, and I say this all the time, optimism over pessimism, but I realize I kind of veered away from that. And like in each individual moment or lecture or speech or anything, even every single negative situation that I've encountered, my mindset was always getting some little golden nugget out of it. Always something positive to walk away from, like a million bad things, and find that one tiny little thing where it's like, yeah, dude, hey, all that sucked, but you know what? I walked away with something. I walked away with a little bit of knowledge. And I think I woke up a little bit ago and started to realize that I lost that. And it made me fucking pissed. So, and that's where I'm at. Like I'm being open and honest about my battles because like it's dude, it's not anybody. It's not anybody on the outside fucking telling me shit You know what I'm saying? It's my mind on me. Like I say that fucking beginning of the podcast, like I was talking about that 20-80% rule that people talk about, 20% spoken, 80% in your head. I'm like 298. And that 98% in my head is just a self fucking, deprecating fucking shit talking motherfucker. People think I talk shit on other people. You guys should hear the shit that I talk on myself, bro. So like I ain't shit to myself, like so I gotta just work on that. And that's where I'm at. So, like I said, business is going good. Life is successful. Happy wife, happy life. Everything to do with like reality and the outskirts is great. But my internal battle and fire, I need to not extinguish that shit. I need to fucking throw some gasoline on it and fucking burn this house down.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever see Joe Rogan. He's always like that fucking inner bitch, like when he doesn't want to work out every morning, he's like, I just got to my inner bitch tried to fucking make me not work out today. I had to fucking do something.
That's where I'm at, dude. Like the inner, it's not like people sometimes when I talk, like they might take it wrong. Like and I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm not saying anybody needs to be this way. All I'm saying is like, as you age, you begin to know yourself more. Like I realize that I know other people less and I know myself more, and recognizing a battle that I'm not fighting pissed me the fuck off. And like, I want to just fucking excel at what I can when I can. Mm-hmm. I hate the fucking idea of ever waking up at any time of my life and wondering what if. And there's always going to be those, but it's like like, all right, fuck it. Like I can't keep doing these what ifs. Like I need to just figure my shit out. What's standing in my way? Me. Boom. Conquer it. So that's where. So shit got eat, bro. This shit got real. Fucking goddamn wine, bro. I fucking found this wine, Menage a Trois.
That's the good stuff. That's the stuff we used to drink when we first started the show.
Was it, dude? I seen the bottle. I go, I like that fucking bottle, dude. And I didn't even know that it said Menage a Trois until I got Victoria. She likes white wine, so I got her white wine. Me and Axel in the store. Axel was fucking straight thugging out, running the aisles. By the way, Axel, 3 years old, has ran nonstop multiple miles now. He's a fucking runner, bro. It's crazy shit. I'm like, I don't know if that's like normal for a 3-year-old. Dude, straight up, I'll run. I took him to the track. I'm running backwards. Fucking 3 laps. I'm like, you want to stop, buddy? 1 more. He flipped the fuck out. 1 more. Ran the last lap. That was the first mile that I'd done with it. After we walked a mile to the track, then he ran a mile around the track. Then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to run to mom and dad's house. It was 30 degrees outside. I said, fuck it. I put a beanie on him and a sweater, and I just fucking was running backwards. And he just fucking ran all the way, dude. Oh my God. So my Auntie Donna and Crystal came up. Dude, this is classic, right?
She was watching. I don't know if she's still on right now, but
God, dude, they were up. I'm running backwards. Axel's running. I see all of them. They just got here. So this is the first time I'm seeing him. They see out the window. Oh my God, there's Shot. He's running. Oh, there's Axel running. And I'm running backwards. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. And I'm looking at the house. Dude, Axel's running straight. Fucking hits a pothole, dog. It just ran a whole mile, bro. Gets all the way to the front of my parents' house. Everybody's looking at the window, and all I'm thinking in my mind is like, dude, this is so glorious. Like, they're just gonna see Axel, this little savage, running across the finish line of the mile, right? Like, how badass is this? Let's finish strong. And dude, he hits that pothole and just wow, he's all starts crying, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Like, he ate it so hard, bro. Like, I had to pick him up and take him into the house.
Poor guy.
And it's like playing football when it was cold and you get a stinger. Like, dude, this kid, it was 30 degrees, bro, and he ate it on the asphalt hard. Oh fuck.
Poor
but
guy.
I've been running with him, dude. It's tight. It's the tightest thing in my life. Like, that kid's my hero now. And like, that's probably what made me realize like I'm a bitch and that I need to step up. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, I remember like my dad was so injured by the time that I was like in my teens that he couldn't play quite as hard. You know what I mean? like he did with my, and I'm like, I always had it in my mind that when my kid is old enough to play hard, like 16, I'm still going to be a fucking bad motherfucker.
Yeah, your
And I
kid's not
started to
gonna
realize
fuck
that
with dad at 16.
I'm on the path of not being a bad motherfucker when he's 16, bro. And I don't like it. So, and like, it's not for me to compete against him. It's so that I can hang with him, so that I can inspire him and back him up. And if that kid turns into some marathon runner, that I can be there with him as long as I can. And when he passes me, at least there's a respect there to where I can help him all I can. Like
That's tough.
you know what I mean? Like that's my biggest drive, is that whatever, when it comes to athletics, that I'm able to fucking participate to the fullest until he hits that age where he takes off.
Yeah.
So that's a mind fuck for me, dude. I can't have my kid ass when he's 16.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it's kind of the same for me. My dad couldn't really like wrestle or, I mean, do anything. Like, he broke his ankle back when I was super young, like snapped it pretty bad, like, and it always gave problems after that. And so like, we'd box around and stuff like that, but he could never like really go too hard because, his ankle just couldn't hold
Injured.
up. So same thing, it kind of sucked. And so, after the ankle, my dad used to be built like me, and he gained a little bit of weight after that. And as he got older and things like that, but at the same time, I'm in the same boat as you. If I do have kids down the road, or, whoever kids I'm around, they're going to think Uncle Dave's a badass. They're not going to, want anything to do with him. He might choke you out. Like, you know what I mean?
Fear is power, man. I believe in it wholeheartedly. And kids, it is up to us now more than ever in a society that is ruled on this victim's mentality to be the few men. Like, it's from us to like kids that are just being born.
Yeah.
Straight up. A bunch in between is like this giant fucking infest of pussyism. Like, that's just fucking what it is, bro. And they're like, they're fucking parents are pussies. Their fucking teachers are pussies. They're being taught that like
you're all homeschooled.
You're just an introvert, and like you need to go into tech, and being macho is just wrong. Be a fucking, whatever. I'm not gonna go off. I started to go off deep in there.
You almost made us lose our sponsors again.
I almost did, dude. I was like, dude, I'm trying, like, I fucking anyway. But my point is that like it's up to us, like, to be around. What's gonna happen is like everything, all these fucking pussies and shit. People are gonna see through that shit. Kids are gonna see through it, and they're gonna be inspired by those few men that are fucking living free and being fucking men, and they're gonna be fired up because shit skips generate. That shit always happens, and those babies that are growing up right now, they need fucking men. They need to see somebody saying, "Fuck that." Fuck you. Hey, you little shit. Did you fucking open the door for that lady? Get your ass over there and open that door. Exactly. Or pick that fucking piece of trash up and put it in the trash can. Oh my God, I never heard anybody talk like that. And the kids that have it in them are going to step up. And that's what it takes. You always got to be that, man. And yesterday, there's how many men are left from fucking Pearl Harbor, right? Only like a bare minimum.
Handful,
and, yeah. And I mean, those men are gone. The stories of those men are gone. Like, it's up to fucking the men that are choosing, that give a fuck, to care, to, dude, listen to your fucking elders. Take on those fucking stories. Pass them down. Turn it in. Be a reminder of what yesterday was like, because these fucking kids now aren't getting it at all. So it's not the kid. Everybody's like, oh, today's generation's so fucked up. The kids are fucked up. Yeah, well, you know why it's fucked up? Because you're fucking parents, dude.
Yeah.
That kid wasn't fucking born that way. Like, put the kid fucking 200 years ago and he'd have been different. Why? Because different fucking parents, different fucking mentalities. Like, if you teach a kid to be a fucking pussy, then he's going to be a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. Like, and I mean, let's be real. Like, I mean, I hate to get too far into this, but most of these kids nowadays, they don't have like a mother father figure. Like, there's a lot of people out there that,
dude, this is what happens. It's evolution, and people, it goes deeper. Like I make brutal points just for shock factor and umbrelling a general concept. But the whole point is, the reality of it all is that evolution is based upon it's like hypothesis, like the scientific method, right? You're gonna put forward a theory, you're gonna try to enact it, and you're gonna get a result, and then you need to be able to process those results and change accordingly. That's evolution. Like, we've seen what happens in this, then we see what happens in that, then we see what happens in this. Well, it was really like pushed that after going through all these hard wars and shit, we're like, kids got to go to college, they don't need to fight in wars and everything. Dude, heartfelt, true thought from everything they went through. So every society pushes all college in this, and then all these kids are going to college, and they're pissed because they're told that if you go to college, you're going to get the best job. Well, now all these kids are going to college and they're not getting the jobs.
Yeah.
And different trades are dying. So you start to see, like, oh, maybe telling every kid he needs to go to college isn't necessarily the best idea. Dude, it's not to say that we didn't need to go through that.
Yeah.
Because you have to prove each experiment has to be finished. You have to get results. You have to be able to say, this failed, this succeeded. In hindsight, it's easy to say these things, but in the present, you need to acknowledge that, like, we need to tweak things a little different, right? Like, all this, this, that, you have to set a precedence and then be able to evolve from it. You have to look back and be able to say, I was wrong. They were wrong. This was wrong. It seemed like a really good idea. Everybody believed in it. But now that we're seeing the outcome, like any medicine, like, oh, this medicine cures this. 5 years later, sorry, guys, it gave you this, this, and that. Not a good medicine.
Yeah.
What do? You unprescribe the fucking medicine.
Yeah.
That is society and our culture, is that we are constantly evolving and building, and there's nothing wrong with trying to institute new ideas and new principles. But there is the reason that philosophers throughout the test of time, somehow people go back and like, oh, when they were writing the Constitution, how they know that Thomas Jefferson and sectionalism, like, subject to once populations grow, we're all going to divide each other. How they know that? Because, like, all these philosophers were basically specialists on human nature and our general nature as humans. Like, believing that, like, dude, it'd be great to believe that war would never exist, racism would never exist, all these things would never exist. It's a completely, like, false idea. Humanity is wired a certain way. So the way that's easier to go about life is understanding that those things are all going to exist. They're going to, because we're not all the same. We don't think the same. Like, but how can we negate those the best way? Like, what's the best way to go about these situations? And all these different experiments take place, and everybody's trying to wage war and hate one another because of these things, when it's like, dude, just look, we played that out and it didn't work. We've played this out and it didn't work. So how can we evolve? But so few people are willing to operate within that mindset, that we see what we're seeing today, where parents are literally saying, like, fucking disowning their kids because, like, dude, like, oh, I'm right wing, well, fuck, kid's a liberal, fuck him, I'm not talking to him anymore. Dude, that's not
that's
fucking
crazy.
teaching kids shit. All you're teaching them is to hate, divide, and go to war. Like, it's supposed to be open. Like, you need to, if you're going to be intelligent enough to be here or there, then you need to be intelligent enough to guide somebody through fucking stupidity. Like, and that's a hard line to draw. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, what the fuck? How did I go off on that shit?
You went off on a long one, man.
That was I'm sorry, bro. It's fucking wine, bro. That's what it is. Menage a trois. I'm fucking, I got a lot of wine in me.
You brought up two good points I want to touch on, and then I hate to say this, we are going to have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But,
I'm sorry.
You brought up the trades are dying right now, and it's so true. Like, I work in the trade, and it is so hard to find somebody that wants to learn, that is willing to do the work. That, I mean, most other guys, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to quit and get a job for $15 an hour at fast food.
Yeah.
And it's real fucking sad, because it's like, yeah, and you're going to go nowhere with that. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, and the sad thing is too, is like, I think that what our youth isn't being presented in turn with that is that, a lot of value is simply placed on your hourly wage, right? And I would say beyond that, look at, if you're going to think in that mindset, think of benefits. right? And a lot of construction, you can get full benefits really easy, unions, this or that or whatever. So if you're thinking in that mindset, there's that. But the reality is that principle of value needs to be kind of rewound, because some of the happiest people that we see living can have nothing, but they're doing what they love. And that's been an old practice preached, but no values placed in it today. All kids are taught is that you need money, TV and reality, this and that. You need money, you need fame, you got to live this way or that way. And that's not it, man. When you work in a trade and you have a physical, when you're not sitting at a desk typing papers, all these things, you're getting a physical result out of what you do. There's a tremendous amount of pride that comes with it. I've never seen anybody do anything in a trade, whether they lasted one day or their life, and not be proud of something they did, to say, dude, you know what I fucking did today?
Yeah.
Because you're constructing, you're getting a physical result from the effort in your labor that you're putting in. So all of a sudden, that wage, which actually in the trades is great, by the way, it's great. You make an amazing living, amazing.
Yeah.
Pride. And that's what, if people understood that part of it more, and that was preached more, like, hey, yeah, you might be able to do this. You could go flip burgers for the same hourly wage. But first of all, where are you going to go from there? Are you going to eventually be the manager of burger flippers? And not saying dude, that job needs to exist. It does. But that job is like a gateway job. And other people, and if somebody loves it, then fuck yeah, dude, go for it. If you fucking love that, go for it. But a general emphasis on the pride and the labors of what you do is enormous.
Well, and even another little portion, as you get older and you start to progress in life, and you get a family and you buy a house, and there's things that come along with owning a home, and somebody that does construction is a lot more handy around the house than somebody that doesn't know how to fix a damn thing.
And watch her get wet, bro. That's
dude, you go build something.
Like, it's so funny when you're actually deep in construction. You hang a picture, like, oh, honey, you hung that picture. It's like, yeah, I did. I fucking, all right,
you get your little tape measure out, put your hands on your hips, like,
okay. Like, I built a house yesterday, but no, and like, that's, I think that, it's just sad that's not emphasized more, because it really is like a good feeling, a physical thing that you're seeing, that you're doing. It's going to last forever. It's not a trend. It's not a fad. Shit always needs built. It works its way into your practical life. It's a good deal, man. What was the other thing before I go off for 2 more fucking hours?
Oh, it's all, well, no, I was going to say, I talked to Greg's mom before, and she said back in the day in school, you used to kind of learn a trade, and it's
like,
sad
because wood shop mechanics. Yeah.
Nowadays, those classes are becoming less and less available or non-existent at all.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, one of my goals, and I'll say it here, I don't give a fuck, because if somebody does it before me, tight, I'll help you. But I will, like, 100% in the Valley. Like, one of the things that I want to do is like a summer camp with kids. Like, what we do is basically, like, check it out. We're signing up the first year, however many kids you have, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to break ground in a small area. We're going to break ground, and kids are going to learn about what's the first thing you need to do. Oh, rough ends. Okay. All right, you guys, we've got a water tank here. We've got a sewage tank here. We need to think about how we're going to get water into the building, how we're going to get waste out of the building, how we're going to get power in. And one summer might just be rough ends, bro. And then the next might be foundations. And then the next, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this nonprofit. So what's going to happen is every kid that enrolls and stays in, I'm going to buy land, and they're going to build little cabins, right? And each fucking kid is going to actually become like an owner of those cabins, the shares. So as property value increases, they're going to have a share in that cabin. So once you become a part of this brotherhood, you're going to actually be vested in the building of this. And the plan is just for kids to learn construction and all these things, but as it expands, you're able to say, nope, this is our cabin. Like, it could, however it's going to work, I'm going to have to get different minds involved, whether it turns into a timeshare at first or whatever it is. But the big deal is getting kids involved and building something from the ground up. And getting people to fund, like, I'm pulling funding for that shit like nothing, dude. Like the material, I just want to be able to show kids, because you don't know what the fuck the kid's gonna love. Is he gonna want to be a plumber, an electrician? Does he love fucking just digging trenches and then gets on an excavator, mini equipment? Oh, this kid likes framing. He likes sheetrock. He likes fucking this. He likes that. But dude, like, I can't believe that it's gone everywhere, and I refuse to. What I know that I can do personally is bring it back to the community that I live in. That's all any of us can do, is affect our direct community. And when we do that, great things will happen, because you realize, I don't really give a fuck about, I don't really care what happened 50 miles away from me, because right here in my neighborhood, in my community, this is what we're doing. This is what I see every day. This is what I live every day. And this is what I care about. And if people start realizing that small principle, everybody's going to be a lot happier.
I dig it, Chad. I actually like that concept. That's really smart, and God bless you for it. I hope you get it done, man.
Oh, I will.
And just let's wrap this thing up. Thank you to our sponsor.
How long have we been going, bro? I'm so sorry. I'm
scared.
Ran off.
You hit the 2.5 hour mark, Chad.
I hit the 2.5 hour mark. Oh fuck. I'm sorry, listeners out there. Listen to me fucking rant. There wasn't much of a conversation. That was kind of me going off. I apologize.
Hey, it happens, Chad. It happens a lot more to you than other people, but it's all good, brother.
Yeah, it happens quite frequently with me. Fuck. Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsors, Calaveras River Farms. They do have the best farm fresh eggs out there. If you're in the Linden, if you're in the Northern Valley, I mean, hit them up. They're amazing eggs. They just brought some over the other day. Amanda's been going ape shit over them. Of course. Yeah, you got to try them. The best way to try them is to throw on some little mango habanero hot sauce on there.
Boom.
From our other sponsor, Mr. Monroy's original hot sauce. He's got the best stuff out there, selling it at Podestos. He'll deliver it to your house. He's starting to bring in some barbecue, some catering. There's a lot of things going on with them. So please check out Monroy's.
I forgot about this too. If you ever fucking eat oysters and you want some hot sauce on there, you put that mango habanero. That is the shit on some oysters. Fucking boom.
And on a serious note too, his dad was in a pretty bad car accident. There's a GoFundMe out there for him to help out with some medical bills. Please check it out and make sure that he is taken care of. Also,
Retro Grappler. Shout out to Retro Grappler right now. They just come out with their Halloween line. You can go online to retrograppler.com, enter the promo code SPOOKY. All right, it's going to get you a deal right there, right? Spooky. But yeah, shout out to Retro Grappler, man. I'm gonna be getting myself a new rash guard soon, because I gotta do something. I gotta go back to getting fucking humbled, and I would love to do it in nothing less than a fucking Retro Grappler fine fit fucking rash guard.
It'll look good in CrossFit, Chad.
Oh, shit.
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Check us out on social media. Like us on Instagram. All of our social media. We uploaded everything on Apple Podcast and on YouTube. So we're all caught up. We will see you guys again next week.
Episode 57.
57. We are out.